Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to talk about the 7.7 update and mainly about the main reward, aka the TVP T5051. And as you can see, I managed to get myself all the tanks unlocked simply because I know something a little bit juicy that might interest some of you, how to get some gold cheaper. Let's roll. This video is brought to you by Huawei App Gallery. To explain briefly how it works, Huawei is running a promotional campaign starting from the 23rd of February till the 23rd of March. During this time, you will benefit from a juicy promotion where you can get 20% cashback on any purchase in World of Tanks Blitz, as well as coupons to claim for even deeper discounts. To download the application, nothing easier. Just go into your browser or directly copy-paste the link in the description. That should get you on their website. When you're there, click on the download button and you're set up. Keep in mind the application is available on any Android phone or even PC using an emulator. When you're in, just create your account and make sure after to go into settings and change your location to either the UK or Ireland. To benefit from that offer, you need two things: setting up your location in the app gallery to either Ireland or UK, but also physically being from Europe, North America or Oceania to benefit from the cashback. It's important because that's those countries that will benefit from the huge discount Huawei is actually organizing on their app. When you're done, it's simple. Just download World of Tanks Blitz from the app gallery store. The service is really effective and it took me only seconds to actually be able to install it. When the download is over, you just have to open it and log in with your Huawei account, the account you just register in the app gallery store. Now all you gotta do is traditionally just logging into your account, then you will go into the shop and you will buy something. Going back to the game, make a single purchase. Choose the payment method of your choice, for me debit card, and then proceed to the payment. Once the payment is done, make sure to accept the terms and conditions of the campaign or else you will not benefit from the offer. On top of that, also claim your Huawei points before going back to the game. The Huawei points, in addition to the coupon you received, is basically a 20% cashback on whatever you spend your money on inside the app gallery. That allows you to benefit to a permanent discount. Here, for example, spending £4 allowed me to get back 0.80 Huawei points, equal to roughly 0.8 pounds, allowing me to treat myself even better by buying back a small god offer on the top of the first one I purchased. The last offer concerns the coupon. Basically, when you make a purchase, you will receive a coupon representing the third of what you spent in the limit of £15 per purchase. To redeem it, either click the link in the description or find the World of Tanks Blitz campaign directly from App Gallery. Be aware that the coupon offer works only for people from Ireland or the UK, or to anyone using a VPN by locating yourself in those countries. So don't waste your time anymore and switch to Huawei App Gallery to get some juicy discounts when you want to buy something in World of Tanks Blitz. Let's go back to the video. In this video, fellas, we are about to talk about the TVP, the Tier 10 Czechoslovakian tank, and oh boy, is it a little bit different than what we are used to when it comes to Tier 10. The first thing I want to insist on is probably its gun, which is the main feature and the thing you gotta focus on when we're talking about Czechoslovakian tanks. With this tank, you have 4 shells in the magazine because you are featuring an auto-loader, not auto-reloader. It's not the same mechanism as the one you have on the Progetto 65, it's the same as the one, for example, you have on the AMX-50B, but the main difference is that the 50B only features 3 shells, whereas this one has 4 shells every time you reload the whole clip. Therefore, you have a great aiming time, as you can see, 2.7 seconds of aim time, the gun dispersion 0.31, which is good as well. The DPM is fine, to be fair, for an auto-loader, but what I want to insist on is probably the intra-clip reload, which is quite fast, 2 seconds between shells, which means that you can burst all your shells, because you have 4 in the magazine, in a total of 6 seconds. Now, the average damage is 310, which means your burst is going to be 1240 alpha, which is good enough for you to literally destroy every single one of your opponents as long as you don't bounce. And to not bounce, you will have to use the right equipments, but don't worry, if you do, you have good values of penetration, 254 with your regular and nearly 320. I was about to say 10, but no, 320 when you're playing with gold shell. Now, one last thing I want to insist on concerning the gun that makes it versatile, probably its gun depression, which is 8 degrees. And with 8 degrees of gun depression, trust me fellas, plus you are going to be versatile, being able to work on hilly terrains. Not as much as something that has 10 degrees of gun depression, but there are not that much mediums in this game that are featuring 10 degrees of gun depression. Therefore, we're not going to insist on that. For the mobility, an amazing one as well. It's between an STB and a Leo one. At least that's what I felt about the tank. 60 kilometers per hour maximum, which is enough for you to do whatever you want, take aggressive and advanced position, which is perfect because that's what mediums are for. And finally, two things for the turn rate of the tank. Both the values of the turret and the tracks are really good, so you shouldn't struggle too much and you will never get circled. And one last thing I forgot to talk about, and probably the biggest downside about the TVP is probably its whole reload time, because you take 22 seconds to reload your 4 shells. Therefore, it's going to impact a lot your playstyle that we're going to talk about further in this video. How am I equipping my tank? First, I go for the calibrated shell to improve, as I told you, my penetration, because when you have 4 shells but 22 seconds of reload, you don't want to miss any one of them, so you better make all of them count. Therefore, increasing that penetration can help a little bit on that point. After, I go for the enhanced gun lane drive and the vertical stabilizer, because both of those equipments are helping me to reduce my aim time, as I only have 2 seconds of reload between my shells, and most of the time you're going to burst all of them at once. Yes, you need to reduce your aim time as much as possible to be sure to penetrate and not miss your targets. After, I go for the defense system because I'm not going to ram anybody. Improved assembly to increase a little bit my hit points, because you're going to see that you don't have the best armor ever. The toolbox to repair faster, because an enhanced track is useless, especially on that tank. Improved optics simply because I'm not a tank destroyer, I don't need to camp, so I'm going to spot. Engine accelerator to increase overall my mobility, that I already told you that was a good one. And finally, consumable delivery system, because as you can't use adrenaline, you don't have any good sides about making your consumable duration longer. That's why we go for the consumable delivery system. Now let's take a look at the armor profile. As you can see, guys, the tank is literally lightly armored. There are some specs of the tank that will allow you to bounce, for example, if you shoot straight into the gun mantlet, but that's possibly the only thing on the tank that will be able to bounce. As you can see, your turret is not angled enough to be effective against any type of shells. You also have that lower part, which is kind of penetrable by anything using HE that has a big caliber, for example, Heavy-183, Jagdpanzer E100, etc. And you have that upper plate, which is easy to penetrate as well. For the rest of the tank, quite easy to penetrate, and people will go through your hull using HE. So be careful with this tank not to expose too much your flanks or your ass. Now, one thing that is important to notice, this plate here is extremely angled, so if you poke around the corner, you can actually try to bounce shells. If you really over-angle it against your opponents, it's possible. You can try to peek or something like that, but overall, let's say that I would advise you not to take any shots and try to play it not necessarily in the back, but wait for your allies to take shots for you before yourself bursting all your shells. Before going for some live battles, as I told you, when you do one game with the tank, you will unlock the Instigator camouflage, and you can buy it in a pop-up offer. And after, all you have to do is equipping your mighty camouflage. What do you think about that camouflage? I would be curious to know in the comments, guys. Tell me down below. But personally, I don't think it fits a tank. It looks way too much like an Iron Man, but it's only my opinion. So guys, we are gonna go for a live battle, and concerning the playstyle of the TP, there are 3 things you gotta understand. The first one, your bursting abilities makes you one of the greatest tanks in support. Therefore, that tank is made to be played in support. That's the first thing. Second thing, you are extremely exposed when you're reloading your whole clip. 22 seconds of reload in World of Tanks Blitz is quite a lot. Therefore, try not to be alone with that tank, because if you're getting pushed, there is nothing you will do. Last thing, with your 4 shells, you have one thing that is a little bit special if you unlocked the tier 7 ability called max roll. If you have all your, if you have the max roll rolled in, if you manage to put all your shells in your target without bouncing any of them, it means that you have 35% chances of getting the max roll on your last shell, which can be quite interesting and actually increases your overall bursting abilities. Okay, let me show you what I mean by completely fucking up people using the mighty TVP. There we go for a first shot on the 100. Okay, there is the Ice Force, so I'm not going to stay here for too long. I know they can't push me because of my allies waiting for me in the back. So let's try to use all the abilities possible to actually do something. There we go. The bursting abilities, man. There we go again. And look at what we did here. 3 times we destroyed the tracks of the IS-4. The 2 seconds intra-clip reload really allows you to immobilize your opponents and therefore making it easier for your allies to help you on those targets. As you can see here, I'm safe because I'm from a support position. They can't push me. And as they can't push me, I'm safe. I'm gonna try to make the E100 bounce. I don't know if it's the best idea. And it worked perfectly. If it worked, guys. And there we go for the bursting abilities of the TVP. Unfortunately, I did not manage to do it completely. I gotta be careful as there is the TVP in front as well. I'm gonna move from that position. I'm gonna move my mobility that allows me to get away as soon as possible, and instead of taking them from the back, we're gonna try to take them from the front. So there we go. We are turning around like that. Let's try to get maybe the E100, because if I'm not mistaken, the guy is literally alone from his position. We have 6 seconds of reload to burst all our clip, sorry, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. There we go for the first shot, second shot. Look at the bursting abilities, man. Look at what's happening right now. There we go. We sneaked all our shots. The E100 is not dead yet, but we already managed to put him out 1.2k damage. We have to deal with the TVP right now. I might try it, but I gotta try it from an all-down position to be able to peekaboo. Peekaboo is something that works effectively with that tank as well. That's what we're gonna try. I'm gonna wait for him to completely burst all his shells, the TVP in front. Yeah, he's shooting. I hear him shooting. Perfect. He's gonna reload, and as he's reloading, I'm gonna burst all my HE shells straight into his ass. There we go for the first one. There we go for the second one. Third one, and can we kill him off? Yes, we can. And he let us destroy him. That's what you can do with a full clip of HE. 1.5k damage straight into that TVP. As you can see, what you need to understand with that tank is how good your bursting ability is, but also how weak you are when you are reloading. Don't worry, we're gonna pull out a second game. Alright guys, there we go for the second game, once again live, because I feel like it's better for me to do live battle, especially when they are good like the previous one we just had, because it feels a little bit better when it comes to showing you how the TVP works. Okay, we have a Loka player here. Hi to all Loka members, by the way, I miss you, but you know, you gotta do stupid things for the YouTube channel that gets you kicked out of your own clan. But anyway, we're gonna play with the Loka, and we have the exact same playstyle, as you can see. And there we go for the bursting abilities of the tank. Look at what's gonna happen with the Loka. Look at how easy it is for us to destroy the boy. See what happened? Thanks to me and the Loka? Just imagine this tank played in Platoon. In Platoon you have a possible burst of 2.4k damage when you play 2 TVP at the same time. And therefore, when you take a look at what you can do, we completely annihilated that poor TVP that is literally a one-shot now. Just for that, even if that's a bad game, I'm gonna keep that game. Just for the lol. Alright, now we have to deal with the Progetto. Can we maybe sneak a shot? No, we can't, because the guy managed to pull out. Alright, as you can see, the 8 degrees of gun depression are actually doing the job. I think we could actually try to push through on the other side of the map here, because the only one I have to deal with is the TVP. Because they all have been spotted. You know what? We're gonna try this. We're gonna use our mobility boys in order for us to sneak some shots on the TVP in front. Can we maybe sneak a shot on the Progetto waiting for that? No, we can't. It seems like they changed the sound settings as well. Okay, Progetto got away. It's not a problem. We're gonna sneak some shots on that guy. Ah, rip. Unfortunately, we did not manage to make them all count. Okay, can we... Okay, you know what? Let's not try anything stupid. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reload and I'm gonna focus and push that Progetto. I know the TVP needs help, but I'm still scared about the other TVP that I did not manage to destroy. So I need to kill the Progetto while being aware that I might be pushed by the other TVP. See what the TVP is doing right now? He's not here, he's not watching me, so instead we're gonna burst all our shell on that mighty Progetto. There we go. Oh no. Okay, I missed a shell, but it's not a problem. Took a shot also in my ammo rack, which is located in turret in Sims, because that's where I took the shot. But that's a little bit weird. I know on the TVP your ammunition is located on the back of your hull, so I think that's what happened. I know the grill came back. Okay, nice. Grill missed me. I can probably kill the grill if I use all my HE shell. That's exactly what we're gonna do. There we go for the first shot. Second shot. Third shot. And fourth shot. Am I gonna die from that? Probably, because the TVP knows that I'm reloading. I'm gonna have to play it a little bit better. Okay, for the moment I'm good. As long as the guy doesn't push me, I'm safe. Oof. Okay, come on, come on. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? That's the question. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see if we can make it, boys. Let's see if we can make it. Let's see if we can make it. We're gonna die anyway. I know that we're gonna die. Oh. Oh. Oh, nice. Okay, I got the 2 kills. We did not manage to get it out and get a win. As I told you, when you are reloading, you are extremely exposed. But I'm gonna still keep that game because, as you can see, we did 3 things in this matchmaking. We played with the other Loka that I'm gonna give a thumbs up to, by the way, because he deserves it. Where is he? There we go, effective player. You saw the bursting ability of the TVP within the first minute of the game when 2 of us were playing against the TVP and literally wrecked the guy. You saw the bursting abilities also against the Grill 15 when you are able to shoot all your HE shells, because my burst ability was around 1.5k damage because I destroyed the whole tank like that. And finally, you see that when you are completely reloading, when you're trying to reload and you're getting pushed and you're alone, there is nothing you can do. Therefore, it shows you that this tank is meant to be played in the back in support with the rest of your team. Hopefully you enjoyed that review. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like and share, and I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye guys.